Okay, welcome once again to our question on manufacturing account, question number 2 from the Northwest question paper, September 2020. Now we are on 2.2.2. There was no work in progress at the beginning or at the end of the year. Refer to information A, B, and D to calculate the following. The total production cost of finished goods. So if there is no work in progress, we are simply going to look at the prime cost. We add the total factory overhead costs to get our total cost of finished goods. So in other words, anyway, you remember how to calculate the prime cost. The prime cost we have to calculate our direct labor plus our direct material to get the prime cost, and then we add the factory overhead. We get our total production cost of finished goods. Okay, let's go straight to our calculations. So the first item that I'm recording are the direct costs. We have got direct labor costs, okay, followed by direct material costs. Okay, so direct labor cost plus direct material cost will give us the prime cost. Okay, when we get the prime cost, it's simply a matter of adding the factory overhead costs. Okay, factory overhead costs, and then we'll get the total production cost of finished goods. Okay, all right, so we have got the direct labor cost, direct material cost, and the prime cost, factory overhead cost. Okay, let's identify our direct labor cost. From 2.2.1, we calculated our direct labor cost from 2.2.1. And if I remember very well, we got something like 606 and 30. 606 and 30 rand. Okay, 606 and 30 rand. That is our direct labor cost. And then our direct material cost. Let's go on to the information B. Okay, direct material cost. We are interested in the raw materials that were used in the factory or that were issued in the factory. Okay, so here we've got raw materials issued to the factory for production. Okay, the total cost is 676,800. 676,800. Okay, so we say 676,800 plus 606,30 to get our prime cost, which will give us 1,282,830 and 830. Okay, so this is our prime cost. From our prime cost, now we go on to our factory overhead costs. Let's go on to information, the information that is given in D. Okay, D, here are our costs. The factory overhead cost for 2020, we are given per unit 74 rand per unit. How many units were manufactured? Let's go back to A. Okay, number of handbags produced 6,100. So the factory overheads, we are going to say 6,100 times 74 rand. 6,100 times 74, which is going to give us something like 451,400. Okay, so this is how we calculate our total production cost of finished goods. We say direct labor cost plus direct material cost, we get our prime cost. When we get the prime cost, we add the factory overhead cost to get the total production cost of finished goods. Okay, so when we add, we are going to remain with something like, let's see, after adding, we'll get 1,734, 1,734, 230,000. Okay, so this is our total production cost of finished goods. Okay, our total production cost of finished goods is 1,734,230 rand. Okay, this was a simple calculation. Actually, both most of the figures were given. The only amount that we calculated in 2.2.1 was the amount for the direct labor cost. The direct material cost is given, and then the factory overhead cost. we're given the amount per unit, and we had to multiply by the number of units that were manufactured. So our total production cost of finished goods finally comes up to 1,734,230. Thank you.